Today, we have 6 Knicks fans. The only problem is, one of them's a liar. It's up to our contestants to figure out which fan is not who they say they are. Will the Knicks fans defeat their hated rival, or the Celtics fans win this divisional matchup? Let's get started.
I'm curious why you're not wearing a jersey, because you're the only one out of all of us that isn't wearing one.
This is my favorite, I guess, Knicks representative gear. The jersey's
a
little bit more.
Looks like he just stopped at the store or something right before.
I mean, you guys all have Jalen Brunson jerseys. That's pretty casual.
Don't assume.
He's got the
Don't
Frank
assume.
Ntilikina.
I got the Ntilikina on.
Right.
But like, I don't want to.
You might have found that on the clearance aisle too.
Chill.
Initially, when I saw a Frank Ntilikina shirt she had on, I was like, there's no way. She stopped here at the shop before she came to the shoe, and she just bought this jersey.
It's giving thrift vibes.
It is.
Well, let me tell my story.
Go for it.
I was a big Knicks fan all my life, but obviously prime time, Stoudemire, Melo, Linsanity was like when I was in middle school, high school.
What number did Linsanity wear? Jeremy Lin wear?
Was he one?
No.
Oh no, he wasn't.
But it's okay, not everyone's a jersey number.
I'm not really like a history buff. That's the one thing about me. Like, my strategy to find out who the imposter is to find the person that is the most silent and doesn't really know what to contribute. I also think if someone has like a real story to tell, like if they were at MSG for this game-winning shot, or if they grew up and their dad gave them a towel, like that is all valid. But if someone's only spitting facts and like history, that's so easy to look up online. So I'm looking for that. What about your jersey? I see it's signed.
Jalen Brunson signed jersey.
That's dope.
How'd you get that?
So I was in Cancun, and I found out there was a public signing online, so of course I wanted to go, couldn't go. So my girl went for me, and she got me the jersey. She FaceTimed him, so I was able to talk on the phone with him.
He had on his jersey a Brunson autograph, so what? I could buy it anywhere.
Able to talk on the phone. Hear that talk? You're so New York, bro. I am too. I'm not talking to you anymore.
Can I ask you a question?
You're chilling.
Favorite Knicks moment of all time?
Oh wow,
Personal
Melo versus
favorite.
the Bulls.
Melo versus the Bulls.
Of course, of course.
What happened? What happened during that?
So he took the game into overtime, like shooting a 3 over Luol Deng.
Yes, he did.
And then in the overtime, he won the game. Well, actually, he had the go-ahead bucket over Taj Gibson.
Yes, he did.
And then
Photographic memory.
And then Rose missed with 8 seconds left.
One thing about New York is we're about energy. So if the energy wasn't high, if you weren't ambitious and really showing your energy when it comes to the Knicks, you're not really a Knicks fan. Carmelo Anthony and I are very close. I grew up in the same building that he grew up in.
Where's he from?
Red Hook, New York.
He's from BK in the building.
Okay.
I gotta call you out real quick.
Okay.
I'm a big Jersey head.
I know.
Where the hell did you get a Glenn Rice Knicks?
I gotta say,
That was
real
a
quick.
that's a
crazy
throwback.
This is very authentic. Like you can see.
It's swing, man. It's not authentic. But talk.
This is the authentic jersey. This is
You
the
know what I
authentic.
mean.
What year were you born? I gotta call you out real quick.
2001.
Okay, so you weren't even alive when the Knicks made the finals in '99.
99.
But do you know who they
Yeah.
played against, potentially?
No, wait, were you alive when they won their first championship in the 70s?
In '73?
70?
Nah.
Wasn't it
70s.
70s?
It was 1970 and then it was
Nope,
73.
it was 1969.
69 and 73.
Ah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
Yeah.
Glenn Rice isn't looking so.
Does anybody know the
He's
coach?
lit.
Anybody know the coach of the
Red.
championship winning teams?
Red,
what?
and
what?
Riley.
Red what?
Red, I know his nickname was Red.
Holzman.
Yeah.
Remember the
Holzman.
Jewish
Holzman.
tribe? You already
How many
knew.
wins does he have as a coach?
613. Talk to me nice.
Oh,
It's
good.
up
Talk
in
to
the
me
rafters.
nice. Okay.
It's upside.
He got
It's
the ring.
up in the
You're
rafters.
like
mad
this
quiet
guy.
over there. You're mad
And if you
quiet.
can't afford, and I'm up
I'll
in
be
there.
honest, I'm more of a casual Knicks fan, so throwing out the historical
Okay.
stats and knowing numbers and jerseys,
Oh.
I'm here for entertainment. I'm here for the vibes in the city.
Where are you
when they're
from?
good, I'm good.
You
I'm
also
from
have
Brooklyn.
it.
Oh.
Okay, I was
But
gonna
why
say
are
you
you
have
a
an
Knicks fan? What about the Knicks
says
makes
when
you
they're good,
jump
I'm
at the
good.
Knicks?
I started to feel suspense towards me a little bit because as more of a casual fan, they're going back in history and talking about, the 90s and the early 2000s, where I'm familiar with some of the players, but I don't really know the Knicks history like that.
It's a
I
red
mean, I live in
flag.
New
I don't know
York.
about
Wait,
that.
wait.
Live
I'm
in
sorry.
New
He
York,
said
that's
when they're
it?
good, I'm good.
Yeah.
So when they were
What
bad?
about when they're bad?
29.
I just
19.
mean the energy's up. Like I'm in a good mood when they're good.
Round one has ended.
Quick
Saved by the
quick
bell.
8.
Ooh, my pits are sweating.
Mine too. I'm in the
I'm
zone right
schwitzing.
now.
I'm schwitzing. I think I'm gonna vote out Nick, unfortunately. Love you, dude, but you can't be a Knicks fan.
I don't feel like he knew his true Knicks ball knowledge.
Round one votes have been entered. Nick. You have been eliminated.
Wow, Nick the Nick.
Respect, though.
Nick the Nick.
Nick, not
You
so
played
quick.
valiantly.
A little bit deflating. I can't say I'm surprised here. I would definitely categorize myself as the most casual fan of the actual Knicks fans here. Every dog has its day, I guess they say. I think I used that incorrectly and backwards, but whatever. I'm eliminated, so came with your A game today.
Snaps for Nick.
Snaps for Nick. Very respectful.
Bon voyage.
All right, so favorite coach upon the Knicks since 1946.
Jeff Van Gundy all day. The way that he dragged Marcus Camby. Sorry, Marcus Camby dragged him. And I mean, that was the 90s. And that was like the best ever
It
Knicks
was the best.
basketball
It
in my
was.
recent memory, honestly.
Mike Woodson.
Oh,
that's
Mr.
fire.
Potato Head.
Yeah,
All right.
Mike Woodson with the death stare. It was just, he was never happy.
I'm gonna go the casual answer and just say Tibbs.
Tibbs.
He taught us-
Tibbs?
I know he's work ethic. He's very work heavy, ethic heavy. He brought us back to
I'm
a good team.
IT. I'm Isaiah Thomas.
Are you IT?
Damn.
What year was that?
Nobody in their right mind who's a New Yorker who calls themselves a Knicks fan likes Isaiah Thomas when he was a coach and a GM. Rough years.
It was rough years. We had a very stacked lineup, but IT's dedication to the team, it was pretty good. When I met the entire Knicks roster, Isaiah Thomas was there, but he was very pissed off and very stern and very dickhead-like. And then from that point, I was like, all right. Not saying I like dickheads, but it's like, all right, you're about business. You're about bad boy Pistons. He's about business.
In New
Something
York,
about the
everybody
Knicks.
hates
Exactly.
everybody. You'll
Yeah,
find something
there's
to
always
hate
something
about.
But then they
hate
love
about
you.
it.
But then people love each
They
other
love
too.
you when you're good. They hate you when you're bad.
Correct.
Exactly.
It's
What about
so-
your favorite fan moment? So since social media has blown up, right? What's your favorite moment that you've seen on social media? My strategy for the second round is to find out like your moments as a Knicks fan, because we all got fans, we all got moments, but when you're a Knicks fan, there's so many moments in our history. When is your moment personally?
This
Everything?
is mine.
Wait,
This is mine. Everybody
yeah.
of course knows the stand. You know, he's sitting there. He's sitting, holding the T-pose, courtside.
Oh, okay.
Tim Hardaway Jr. runs,
Oh, love.
slides into the ref, and the ref slides, and he calls him safe.
Oh yeah,
that.
yeah.
Leaves him wide open in the corner to shoot a three. Thankfully, he missed it. That was a great moment.
Question for you, Miss.
What? Oh, hey.
My question to you is,
Uh-huh.
who are some of the celebs that are usually courtside?
Oh, okay.
Celebrity row.
All right, we got Ben Stiller.
Always.
He's always there. Oh, that motherfucker.
Everybody.
Oh,
everybody. I want
No, the
everybody.
Jonathan
director.
Roy's there.
The director, motherfucking. Oh, wow. No, I'm not joking. Chill.
Whoa,
He
whoa,
wears the
whoa.
crazy. He wears the crazy glasses.
Wait,
No,
wait.
I know exactly
Wait,
what
what?
you're thinking about,
Don't give me.
B-Rad.
Don't give it to
He
me.
sits courtside
Yes.
for 30
No,
plus
Wait,
years.
that was kind of, that was kind of a tell though.
Why?
Because
I'm tripping.
you were going like this, the choke,
Yeah.
and you said no, I'm not choking, but he wasn't referring.
Oh, when
to
he
you.
dies at the end of the movie.
No, what was,
Spoiler.
what was he
Whoa,
referring
whoa,
to?
whoa,
Miss?
whoa.
What is this?
What is
mean?
this
celebration?
If you're a diehard
Don't
Knicks
tell- don't
fan-
say
I'm a
that.
diehard Knicks fan, and I don't know what
I
that
caught
means.
that. I took my Adderall
You
today.
can't be.
I know.
Okay.
For a fact that you should know this if you're a diehard Knicks fan.
I don't know what it
and I
is.
think
He even.
Oh, wait, trust I'm not the imposter, but what is that?
fair. So that is
Spike
when
Lee.
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee was the name I was looking for.
She wasn't around during that era. Can't hold it against her. But at the end of the day, any diehard Knicks fan has to know their history, and they definitely have to know the number one diehard fan in all of Knicks history, and that's Spike Lee, obviously.
Yeah, he was looking
Who
for
is he
it.
taunting?
Spike
I don't know who
What
he's
Knicks
I-
villain? Who's to kill the Knicks
The
all the
villain.
time?
Like with the-
Before you were
number
born,
31.
so you don't get it.
Born.
All fairness.
I told you I'm not a history buff, so I don't know like that.
But this isn't even anything about history. This,
Okay.
this is just something.
This is
Oh,
just
we're
a
playing
Knicks.
bully
Okay,
ball
okay.
right
that-
now.
This
I'm being teased up
no.
on.
This was
Don't talk over each
this
other.
was the storyline for the Eastern Conference Finals this year when we played the Pacers.
Yeah.
This was
Oh,
the
and he
entire
came in-
story- This was the whole
30 years
storyline
ago.
of the series of the conference semifinals.
Reggie Miller.
Reggie
I'll
Miller.
give it to you.
Reggie
Okay,
Miller.
there you go.
We found the Celtic, but we'll give that one to you.
Chill.
We
Don't
found-
call me
we
no
found-
Celtic.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's messed up. That was just a big time flop. The cameras were on, lights were going. I was like, and they hit the choke, and I was like, oh no, I'm not choking. And then Brad called me out. He's like, no, he's not saying you're choking. He's talking about the player. Everyone hates him, and I'm like, I don't know. I obviously know it's Reggie Miller. I was at the game this year when the Pacers played and he was fucking shoutcasting it, and Josh Hart went up to him and was like, you bum. I was at that game. I just choked. I pulled a this. All right, let me prove myself.
Go for it.
How do I
Okay.
redeem myself here?
What's
go
your
ahead, the
earliest
floor
Knicks
is yours.
memory of your life, honestly?
Probably
That's a good one.
walking in my hallway and seeing a newspaper right by my step, and it was like, it said Linsanity for the first time. And that's when I first like became aware of like, okay, I'm not just watching the Knicks because my dad and my brother like the Knicks, but like, okay, we're kind of lit. We hit the trio, like we're doing well. Then we plummeted, but then we came back with Tibbs.
Give me a little bit of
what
details from
game?
one game where Jeremy Lin
Because this is the
popped
second
off.
time she brought up Jeremy Lin now.
I did.
But which I
am.
don't blame her. She was, in school during those days, or
I
no?
was so young. I
In
was
what?
like,
In what? Elementary
I was
school.
probably like
You're
12.
still young.
So
Okay,
was
you were a
I.
baby. As a junior in college. Yikes.
No, that's valid. I see why you guys are like claiming that I'm the imposter, but like I actually am like not a big history buff. I'm a huge LGK. Like I never miss the Knicks games. Love the Knicks. I can give you some history based off the past like 4 years.
Okay.
Like I'm hip to what happened in the playoffs this year.
Round
Oh.
2 has ended.
When she didn't know about that moment, that was like a telling sign that this might be a C-SPAN.
Round 2 votes have been entered. Noah, you have been
Y'all
eliminated.
are bugging. I folded freaking face in that round. My brother, if you're seeing this, Mason, I'm so sorry that I couldn't get the name Reggie Miller out of my mouth. I'm so embarrassed. No hard feelings.
It's all right. Just tell your brother
So long.
it's all right.
We love you.
Okay.
All right.
I don't think the thrift shop accepts returns.
Round 2 has been completed, and all votes are in. If you believe you have found the imposter, you can end the game. If not, raise your hand to continue the game. This will conclude the end of the game.
I know deep in my heart that we still have the imposter on the team.
If the lights turn green, you have eliminated the imposter. If the lights turn red, the imposter is still in the game.
I don't care. Nobody's gonna tell me I'm not a Knicks fan, that I don't belong here.
At that point, I'm like, you know what? Everyone here is valid. Everyone knows their Knicks history. Everyone knows their Knicks present, and they seem to be diehard Knicks fans.
Let's get it over with.
3, 2, 1.
Somebody's a liar.
When that light was red, the pit of my stomach just dropped.
Give me like 5 more minutes. I'm gonna expose that guy.
I'm hurt. I
Wait,
gotta say, I trust
What
him.
does that say about our ball knowledge of the Knicks?
I think we know a lot of ball.
One of you a phenomenal Jordan Belfort salesperson. Wow.
I am a salesperson.
The Celtics fan may now step up in 3, 2, 1.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I wrote his name.
I wrote his name.
See, me and you know, bro. We know.
Woo! Here comes the money! Dollar, dollar.
I knew it. I knew it.
Did you think I was a
I thought maybe you were crazy with the knowledge.
B-Rad, Noah, Albert. Hold on, here's the big one. Nick the Nick. Alla, you get a couple of bucks. You were pretty cool. But who should I save this last one for? Myself. Keep the dream. Everything that I said was pretty much true. Carmelo and I grew up in the same exact building. He signed my jersey when I met him. I do work at the Garden. I'm a tour guide, so I know all the history of MSG.
Why are you a Celtics fan? Because you grew up when they were good?
No, I didn't grow up when they were good.
Then what's...
So when it comes to Boston and its entire culture, Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins, Celtics.
Lame.
Get him out of here. What is this?
2024 NBA champions, official. 3 of our guys are now gold medalists as well.
I was shocked, and I was kind of disappointed too that somebody has been sitting in there with all this Knicks knowledge lying to me the whole time. Like I don't take that very lightly.
Woo! How you like me now? Hey! Let's go Celtics, 2024 NBA champions. Rolling in the green. We did it! Anything's possible. Anything's possible!
If you like sports, hit that subscribe button.